Hello, air signs. How are you all doing? I'm here to do your monthly reading for June for the first 2 weeks of 2019. We're going to take a look into the cards, see what's in store for air signs. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So if you have Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius in any of those placements, this reading could be for you. If it doesn't resonate, please chuck it out the window. It wasn't meant for you at all. However, if it did resonate with you and you'd love to support me, then some of the best ways that you can do that and the easiest ways is just liking the video, sharing, subscribing, commenting, all of that fun stuff. And if you guys need your own personal reading, all of the information is in the description below. I also do coaching and tarot combos. Air signs, without further ado, let's just jump right into your reading and find out what's in store for you for the first 2 weeks of June. All right. We are going to take one card from my Sacred Geometry deck for you guys this time. I'm going to take one card. So for air signs, whoops, wow, okay, 1 second. Okay, we're going to see what's in store. We got it. Prosperity. Whew. Air signs. All right. You have prosperity here. The frequency of prosperity supports our feeling of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, and soul and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and riches that the universe provides. Wow, why can I not speak right now? Okay, air signs, I'm feeling that for you guys, this first 2 weeks of June, it's about integrating a lot of aspects of yourself, that your abundance comes when you bring the multidimensional aspect of yourself into wholeness, into acceptance. So it's about not just allowing some parts of you out, but really embracing all aspects of yourself. And it will bring in some level of this frequency of prosperity into your first 2 weeks of June. I'm going to go into the Working the Light Oracle here and find out what other messages that we have for air signs for the first, gosh. Yeah, I love this card, the prosperity card. Like there's just so much beautiful rainbow colors around it. Like all of the color, like it's just the idea of embracing all of you, you know, seeing how it all comes together to build this most beautiful picture of you. What other messages do we have here for air signs? Other messages? Way too many cards. Oh, what? What's this one? You guys have Inner Temple. Devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart. I really feel too, like when you look at this prosperity card, it's like a portal. It feels to me like a portal. Tune into the portal of your heart. You know, abundance really is a very deeply heart energy in a sense of that you love all aspects of yourself. So, devotion. Are you devoted to yourself? How devoted to yourself are you to fully embrace all aspects? What are you doing to fully listen to your heart so that you can encompass all that is you and bring forth this frequency of prosperity? Whoa, that one flew right out. Oh, okay. Let me just bring this over a little bit here. Air signs, you got the crumbling. This is like the Tower card in a way. What are you clinging on to? Oh, well, air signs. So I'm instantly getting this vision of, or this vision message of duality, that some of you are battling certain aspects of yourself that okay, certain aspects of yourself that you don't really like. But this card of prosperity comes forward to remind you that it's important to embrace all of you, even the parts that you don't like. And this idea of devotion and opening the portal of your heart, I'm really getting a sense, air signs, that these first 2 weeks of June, like this reading, there's something to do here around accepting the parts of you that you don't like. This idea of the crumbling, when it's not so much that, okay, some of you actually are feeling like you're falling apart. And it's because you're not embracing yourself fully. It's almost like you're separating yourself when you really want to pull yourself together. Yeah, that's the main message there. That's coming through. I'm looking at the reason why I'm saying this, the reason I'm looking at the card, it says, what are you clinging on to? It's not, to me, it's not about, I'm getting like a mixed message here of, it's weird. It's like you would think that there's something here to let go of, but I'm not getting that message for you guys. I'm actually getting the opposite. You don't necessarily need to let go of anything. You have to embrace it. And that's the very thing of you believing that you need to let go of a part of you is what's kind of causing this inner turmoil or crumbling on the inside. Or maybe perhaps you've got this, things on the outside in your outer world look like they're kind of falling apart, and it's because of what's happening on the inside. But it's not about letting go of parts of you. It's actually about embracing. It's the message is very clear here. It's about embracing all aspects of yourself. Can you harmonize them in and learn how to love them or see the beauty in them? That there's sometimes we come in with these parts of ourselves that we don't really like about ourselves. I have to say that, for me, I used to, and this is going to sound so crazy. Well, not crazy, but just ridiculous. I don't know if there's a difference between those two words. But I used to hate that my body was so inflexible. I used to hate it. I just thought it was such a downfall of me, in a sense of, I was very much dependent on my body to do like well in sports and that was one of my achievements. And when I wasn't flexible and stuff, I wasn't good at yoga. And so I just felt like, oh wow, there's something I'm not really good at. And it was the flexibility that was holding me back. And I actually really hated that aspect. But what in turn, when I started to embrace my inflexibility, it turned out to be one of my greatest teachers. And I really started to see the beauty of my inflexibility and how many gifts were lying behind that. And that's what I'm kind of feeling for you guys here, is that there's so many gifts lying behind some of the parts of you that you're not embracing, that you feel like you want to shut down or bury away or think you're just going to like completely let go altogether. No, there's beauty in them. And we often come into these lifetimes with these very parts of us that we don't like, to learn that. Okay, we have Mick the Myomancer. Here is your card. And I'm going to have to go into the book for this one and see what's really popping out here for you guys. I'm kind of losing my voice. You guys are my last reading. 42. Oh, wow. I opened right up to the page. Okay. So let's do this. Okay. The message here for you, air signs: small clues, details, the messages are everywhere. Have patience. Okay. So this is very interesting. This is kind of talking about the ability to look at the smaller things and see the value in the little things, in the little details, not to kind of glaze over them. I'm feeling for you guys that it's kind of like, don't glaze over these aspects of yourself that you want to actually make little. They could actually be the very things that make you so big and powerful. Attention to details is important at this time. Little things are not only important in themselves, but they also give you important information about larger things. Look for the inner hidden meaning in ordinary objects, happenings, and experience. Life is trying to teach you something by speaking to you gently. Yeah, okay. So what I'm really picking up from this card here is that the keys to your prosperity are actually hidden in the parts of you that you aren't embracing right now. So whatever that is for you, air signs, there are parts in you that you really need to embrace. It's those, and you're actually minimizing them, or they may seem like small things to you, but there are important key details in this on your journey that are going to help you develop your path, also develop this abundant frequency of prosperity for you. So let's take a look into the tarot. Let's jump into the tarot and find out for air signs. What messages do we have for air signs? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. What do they need to know at this time? Give us some more details as what's going on here. Here we go. Well, one of the messages with this card is have patience. And we get the Temperance card, which is also about patience, moderation. Okay, with this card, though, the very strong message that's coming through is, this angel here is about marrying water and fire. It's about bringing the fire and water together. So for me, it's, the things that you feel are burning you, like in a sense, burning you. Too hot to handle. Those parts of you like, this is just, I don't want to handle this. It's too hot. There is this idea of really bringing in the two together, not keeping them separate any longer. Seeing they will cool once you bring them into harmony with the softer aspects of yourself that you truly love. This is also a card of that there's some sort of divine guidance, oversight happening here for you. And feeling, it's part of the plan. This is all part of the plan for you. In understanding. Have patience with yourself, with the parts that you don't like, the parts that you're struggling to embrace. Have patience with those. What other messages do we have here for air signs? This one. Okay. We have the Four of Cups here. Okay, so instantly the message I'm getting here for you guys is that you really, again, this is just kind of falling into line with what I was saying earlier. The blessings are disguised and you're not seeing them in the way that they are intended to be, which is why you're feeling this sense of inner crumbling, or you're seeing things kind of fall apart on the outside. Once you bring them into union or harmony and embrace these blessings that are truly blessings in disguise, gifts from above, then you will begin to see the harmony take shape in your outer world, as well as the prosperity build within your life, but also within your own heart. What other messages do we have here for air signs? Here we go. Okay. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So the Knight of Cups in reverse is about, oh gosh. Yeah. Oh. So okay. So I just heard turning away love. Don't turn love away from these parts of you. Don't feel like they're not worthy of you. They're not worthy parts of you. They're worthy of love. They seem like these aren't messages of love coming in for you, but there are deep messages of love hidden in these parts of you that you've not yet embraced. And it is so important right now to embrace these parts, to fully unleash the prosperity that you are deserving of. What other messages do we have here for air signs? Okay, yes, and this is falling under the crumbling cards. So the Queen of Wands in reverse. You're getting a couple reversals here. And they're falling under the crumbling card. Okay. Yeah. For some of you, there's an aggression within you that you feel is unbecoming. That you don't handle situations in the way that you would like to, or you're afraid of this part of you. Perhaps some of you are keeping it bottled in, like this is the part you're trying to let go of. But actually, by embracing it, you will soften the energy and it will dissolve. It will melt. I'm seeing like this melting, like this dissolving. It's almost like I see this child. They're showing me a picture of this child that's just so like wrought with like aggression or anger or just, and you go in and you hug it and it finally like lets go and it melts into your arms, just melts away. And finally the anger just dissolves. Like this child finally feels loved. Like I feel like there's this part of you guys that has to do with some level of anger or aggression that you've been avoiding or you don't like about yourself. And it's actually got some power to it for you. And it really needs to come forth in a sense of being embraced, not because you're going to use it for destruction, but because once you actually accept these parts of you, they don't hold the power over you that they were holding before. And I think that's what's scaring some of you in this idea of not knowing what to do with it. Like it's been part of your past and you don't want that going forward. You don't want to bring that into situations or relationships anymore. So we have the Seven of Cups in reverse. So to me, when the Seven of Cups comes in reverse, it's like, this is the cup of, like, you know, these are the cups of illusion, not knowing which cup to take. Which one are you really truly taking it? Oh, so when the Seven of Cups here in reverse is actually kind of cool. It's like you're breaking through this illusion now of there not being the right one. Like it's like you didn't want to drink from the wrong cup. And this is the cup that you've been trying to avoid. And now you're seeing past the illusions, and you're realizing that it's just about embracing. It's about embracing this cup. Now you have 3 cups on the board already. So again, I'm feeling like this has to do with your emotions. This has to do with deep emotions. Perhaps you are over emotional at times, unable to contain your emotions. And for some of you in the past, it's really worked against you in this idea of abundance. But now you're going to come in with fresh eyes and new ways of looking at things to see the gift, to see the blessing here, what it was trying to teach you, and discover more actually of yourself. You're going to discover more. Yeah, okay, we have the 5 of Swords in reverse here. So this is about walking away from the battle, walking away from this battle that you've been battling within yourself. That you don't want to fight yourself anymore. This is releasing all of that. It's embracing. Like, I can't say that word enough to you guys. I know I keep saying it, and I really feel like that's like the word here. Embracing. Just walking away from the battle of it, like realizing that there's no fight here, actually. There doesn't need to be this fight. And what other messages do we have here for air signs? Yes. Okay. This is, okay, you have the 9 of coins here in reverse. This is basically your prosperity not coming in like a block around here. And again, this is just talking about like, it's falling under the mick of the Myomancer. It's those details that are so important into bringing your prosperity forward. Those parts that really help you stand on your own, to really create your own self-sustainable independence. That's something that I think some of you have been battling, is sustaining yourself independently. And the lesson here is about acceptance. It's about accepting the parts of you that you've been trying to separate from yourself, or not believing that you're good enough or worthy of something because of these little things. Okay, and then you have the 6 of Swords coming out here. This is about moving on from turbulent waters, moving on to calmer waters, finding a new way forward, steering the ship into a new far off land. So with the 6 of Swords, what comes next is the 7 of Swords. Like, you're going on to this new place now. You're going into new uncharted territory. With this idea of embracing yourself, of really taking on these aspects that you haven't necessarily liked. But it's taking you into calmer waters, but it's also going to take you into a journey that you're not completely familiar with. But I feel like it's going to be a very prosperous journey. It's going to actually surprise you. Okay, last message. Wow, this card keeps coming out in all the readings. 8 of Cups in reverse. And I'm really feeling, so there's so much cups here. There's a lot of cups. You've got four cups here now. For you guys, this is just about, again, like, don't walk away from these parts of you. Like, don't leave them behind. Embrace it all. Take it all with you. It's all part of you. It's all beautiful. Yeah, it's just the very strong message here of don't leave parts of yourself behind. This is about collecting the fragmented parts of yourself. So don't let yourself be fragmented into these pieces. Bring them all into a whole, and see how they all fit together to work synergistically with one another. There are ways to take these parts of you that you thought were, hindrances or blocks or disservices to yourself within you through the message of acceptance, opening up your opening up your heart, okay, your devotion to all of you is going to really bring forth this idea of prosperity for you, air signs. So that's my reading for you guys for the first 2 weeks of June. I hope it's helpful to those of you who needed to hear it. If you need a deeper read and you want to look into your own personal journey, all the information is in the description below for personals. Air signs, I love you all. I'll be back with you all very soon.